Does the prosecution wish to call its first witness? Yes, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call Clark Stacy to the stand. May you state your name to the court?
Hey, I'm Clark Stacy.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Stacy?
I own the department running the software companies Animal Jam and Animal Jam Classic.
What do you... Objection, relevance? Why are we listening to his life story when we should be getting into the nitty-gritty? Mr. Stacy, are you aware that you are committing felonies that consist of the mass exploitation of minors and illegal gambling?
I plead the fifth.
Can we just appreciate the fact that I have been in school for law for around 3 years and I created an overly dramatic court scene that is beyond the actual reality of a court case? Why am I doing this? I'm living a lie. When Chrysalis arrived on December 6, 2023, people went berserk over the fact that there was a freaking magical land right beneath their noses.
Come on, Tink, let's go inside.
Inside?
Tink, fairy camp isn't out here in the open. We need to stay hidden from the humans.
We do?
Yeah. That's why fairy camp is in here.
YouTube, don't copyright me for that reference, please. The release of Chrysalis and the Unicorns was honestly a very wise decision made on WildWorks' part. The timing of it all genuinely made sense for the holiday season. Not to mention, the concept of the fairy tale creatures, whoever was the mastermind behind this, I want to eat you in a good and bad way, respectfully. Because A, it is smart to construct a product that everyone is willing to bargain for. For instance, if you bought a wishing coin, aiming to gamble for the chance to receive a blue dragon, but instead you got a pink dragon, Animal Jam designs the wishing area to be completely and utterly randomized. So you would have to pay for more coins to get the dragon you sought for. Either that, or you're obligated to purchase the sapphires required to get a dragon for sale on the Explorer. And B, mythical creatures are highly sought for in collections because there can be one-of-a-kind creatures to wish for, and they can be traded amongst other players for other in-game currencies. My internet mother, Ajpw, for instance, trades and gambles to her heart's content because she loves collecting these creatures. If you guys are ever interested, I have her channel linked in my description if you would like to check her out. Anyways, all the way around, with the anonymous colors and highly sought for rarities behind legendaries, anyone in Animal Jam can fall under the trap of selling their souls away for these things. I know I did. For the sake of experimentation, I'm going to be wishing for more coins. I just spent $20 on 15 coins. Please watch my video so I can be monetized. Okay, let's do this. Boop, bop, dragon. Okay. Oh! Second try, I got twins. They're very ugly, though. Reminds me of me and my brother. Come on, Rainbow Legendary, please.
Ooh, you're pretty. Me.
11 coins left. Come on, something good. That is not good. Rainbow Legendary, you are not a Rainbow Legendary. Come on, Rainbow. That is not Rainbow. You are bald. Me. Rainbow Legendary, please, please. These are diarrhea colors.
Well, this one's not that bad.
Ooh! 3 coins left. Come on. Come on, I don't ask for much. That is not Rainbow. I'm starting to think I wasted $20. And I probably did. This is the last one. The Holy Grail. I did not get a Rainbow Legendary Dragon. I went against my better judgment and bought 9 more wishing tokens. My Sapphire account's gonna start crying at the end of this video. And these are the stairs to my grave. Me.
Ooh, this one's actually kind of pretty. I like you.
You're gonna be my traffic cone man.
Ooh,
Oh, this is a rare. It has the branched horns. or epic or whatever, okay? Whatever.
Ooh!
6 coins left. Come on, something good. That is awful.
Ooh!
Oh, this one's like a fuchsia.
Ooh.
This is my last coin. Last of the 24 coins that I used today. 15 of them were bought with the $20 out of my own pocket, and 9 of them were purchased with sapphires, each of them costing 1,100 sapphires. And there's a super sapphire potion in my way. Get out of my way! Make a wish.
Bonnie is a dinosaur from your imagination.
I have over 20 grown dragons and over 100 pet dragons due to my experience. Initially, I didn't find the dragons to be a big deal, until I wished for my first one, and now I have this gold mine of a baby to cradle everywhere, and once I got my first taste of rarity, I honestly sought for more, and spent over... You guys are gonna hate me. Over 100,000 sapphires on this game. I wish I can say I was kidding. Now, I want to stress this by saying that I am merely a law student. I have been top of my law classes for 3 years regarding to the justice system in the United States. I have been doing mock trials for 2 years, both of which I represented and won on numerous accounts. However, I am still a student who is learning. So if I find myself to say any uncredible information in this video, there will be a pinned comment amending my mistakes and misinformation. This channel was created for me to spiel, not to distribute false information. This video will be more boring since I am gonna be less, oh, Otter, the funny Animal Jam YouTuber, to really just being prestigious law student mode. Got it? Got it. The Google definition for gambling is the betting or staking of something of value with consciousness of risk and hope of gain on the outcome of a game, a contest, or an uncertain event whose result may be determined by chance or accident or have an unexpected result by reason of the bettor's miscalculation. In the United States, gambling is legal under federal law. The history of gambling laws in the US is complex and has evolved over time. It's a mix of federal and state laws, with different states having different regulations. The main federal law is the Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act of 2006, which prohibits online gambling transactions. However, individual states have the power to regulate gambling within their borders. The Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act of 2006, also known as UIGEA, is a federal law in the United States that primarily targets financial transactions related to online gambling. It doesn't directly criminalize online gambling itself, but it makes it illegal for banks and financial institutions to process transactions involving online gambling sites that are illegal under state or federal law. And when I say state and federal laws, state laws only apply to the individual states, while federal laws apply to the entire United States. The UIGEA was passed in response to the growing popularity of online gambling and concerns about its potential for money laundering and other criminal activities. It aimed to restrict the flow of money to and from online gambling sites, making it more difficult for them to operate. The laws regarding paying for in-game currency to gamble with are complex and vary depending on the specific game, the currency used, and the jurisdiction. Also, side note, I do use the word jurisdiction a lot in this video, so don't get confused. Jurisdiction just means the power of a court to hear and decide a case, like whether or not it should be taken to court. So, here's a breakdown of certain gamblings that the US is known for. There's one named real money gambling. If you're using real money to purchase in-game currency that is then used for gambling, this is generally considered illegal in most jurisdictions. The UIGEA applies to online gambling, including in-game gambling, if real money is involved. The second is virtual currency. If you're using virtual currency that is not directly convertible to real money, the laws are less clear. Some jurisdictions may consider this a form of gambling, while others really may not. And lastly, loot boxes. Loot boxes, which are often purchased with real money and contain random items, have been a subject of debate. Some argue that they constitute gambling, while others argue that they are simply a form of entertainment. The legal status of loot boxes varies by jurisdiction. With this information in mind, this is huge for a lot of reasons. One, Animal Jam, as far as being a financially stable game, receives the majority of its currency through wishing coins and sapphires. How I know this is based off of the demand of the coins right now. Players are seeking the sapphires and currency to afford the chance to receive a high-in-demand creature. I am guilty of this as well because I have spent in total over 100k sapphires for coins alone, including the money I spent behind the scenes. If Animal Jam is receiving this amount of currency from just one player, God knows how many people indulged like I did. Now, you may question me, Otter, is it illegal to buy an item in a game that can be gambled with, that being the wishing coin? It depends on the specific item and the game, honestly, because some games allow players to buy items that can be used for gambling, while others prohibit it, and usually it's just best to check the game's terms of service or contact the game developer for clarification. Since I'm an introvert, I did not contact anybody. And even if the item purchased was used to gamble out of a chance to receive a rare item, it's still a complex issue in the justice system. Because if the game itself allows for gambling with items, it's likely legal, but it's important to remember that gambling laws vary by location. 2. I have a strong belief that the wishing coin system is a dangerous investment and is incredibly risky for the development of children. I also want to emphasize that it is okay to purchase wishing coins as long as you're doing it on a moderate level and you're not doing it for pleasure purposes. Pleasure purposes by seeking for a high or seeking for a positive reaction, because honestly, you can receive those positive reactions, those endorphins, those dopamine highs from hanging out with family, hanging out with friends. There are so many ways that you can be happy that does not involve gambling. These laws are rickety because there are so many loopholes, and I am sure WildWorks had a loophole before establishing these updates. But even outside the law standpoint, we are risking the possibility of developing mass gambling addictions across all minors playing this game. Even if this is considered legal, it is still lawsuit worthy if there happens to be a mass gambling situation. And 3. As I am saying all of this out loud, I am honestly more ashamed of myself than I am proud of my expenses during the dragon update. Don't get me wrong, as of July 2024, I have 2 legendary dragons that I would sell my soul for, and I love them to bits. But the reward was not worth the idea that I indulged unnecessarily in a children's game. And I can say with absolute certainty that I fell under this dangerous habit of gambling for luck. And while searching for the high in something decent, I am jeopardizing my mental fortitude later on. Even while this is occurring in a game, the curse of gambling seeped into the hands of a woman studying freaking law. For God's sakes, anyone could fall under this trap. But do I blame Animal Jam for my careless decisions? No, not even close. It is not Animal Jam pressing the purchase button, and it isn't Animal Jam typing in my debit card information. At the end of the day, I take the fall for what I do with my money and sapphires. Anyways, I'm here today to spiel the idea that if I was able to indulge heavily into this dangerous habit, who knows what impact this dangerous loop can do to a kid. I cannot emphasize enough to be careful with these kinds of situations. That if you are going to indulge, have a set budget with ultimate discretion. As much as I have animosity towards Animal Jam's gambling encouragement, I also feel like we take responsibility for indulging as well, because the dose makes the poison. This is not me defending Animal Jam, because I 100% also believe that their actions in encouraging early childhood gambling is a finicky thing to mess with. But what are y'all's opinions regarding it? Let me know in the comments, and I would honestly love to know what your thoughts are. I know I promised in the last video that I should be counting my end cards before I start them, but promises are made to be broken. I'm just kidding, kids. Don't break promises. Don't. Oh god, I'm gonna get like a lawsuit of a kid breaking a promise to not rob a bank, and then a kid robs a bank, and they're like,
Oh, I blame the Thepinkotter for robbing the bank. They told me that promises are made to be broken.
no, don't break promises, please. I cannot handle this. I'm already broke. Hi, everybody. This video was definitely, it took a lot of time to research. And, you know, honestly, I would be really surprised if you stuck along for the ride for this long, because, you know, law is what I really love to do, and, you know, just talking about it, and, like, talking about, you know, gambling and all of this stuff, it kind of gives you some insight of what I do behind the scenes, you know? I like to mess around with law, not illegally. I like studying it, okay? Sheesh. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. If you have not purchased a master block, please purchase one. I work hard on those things. Okay, bye.